Good morning, everyone. We're going to go ahead and call to order the November 22nd, 2024, 9 a.m. Canvassing Board meeting being held here at King County Elections Headquarters in Renton, Washington for the November 5th, 2024 general election. I am Canvassing Board Member Julie Wise, your elected King County Elections Director. With me, I have Canvassing Board Member Kimberly Frederick, Chief Civil Deputy in the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Our other board member, Stephanie Sirkovich, Chief of Staff to the King County Council, is unable to join us today. But with Kimberly and myself here, we do have a quorum and will proceed with voter intent for this general election. We are staffed, as always, by the amazing Geraldine Hampton, our King County Elections Ballot Processing Manager. This meeting is being live streamed via the King County Elections Facebook page and will be uploaded to our YouTube channel after this meeting. And just a reminder for us, we're going to speak clearly into our microphones. We've got new ones, so it should not be a problem. Geraldine, thank you so much. Please take it away.
Okay. This morning I've got 28 ballots for the board to review. Questions of voter intent. The first item is B-0037 for initiative 2109. There we go. Is the word no next to the no vote meant to be a vote for no, or cause an undervote, or make it a vote for yes? This would be consideration from Rule E, written instructions. We did see a similar ballot in our first meeting for this election, and the canvassing board called it a vote for no. Written instruction is on page 44 of the voter intent manual.
So I think consistent with the decision we made before, that this would be a vote for no. That's a written instruction that it's a vote for no.
Concur. The board has made a determination for I-2109. It's a vote for no.
Okay, next item is B-0038. Same initiative, measure 2109. Nothing on the back. Is the no next to the no meant to be a vote for no or cause an undervote? This one is a little bit more messy, but same idea as far as having the word next to the vote for no.
Can we look at the one below it? How did that one get?
That would be a vote for no for 2117.
Okay. So to me, this looks similar to kind of the other one. So because of that vote below where they've crossed out what they don't want, on the one that we are looking at, the vote for 2109, the X's look like they are trying to cross out things, and the written no looks like a written instruction for a vote for no.
I believe it is a written instruction. The board has made a determination for I-2109, a vote for no.
Next item is B-0039. It's a single item on the back. For the Commissioner of Public Lands contest is kind of looks like an arrow here. Is the arrow above Jamie a written instruction to vote for Jamie? If not, this will be an undervote. Meaning, yeah, like a double correction, but then that we see, or we think it's a little arrow, but it's not that obvious of an arrow.
To me, it looks like the X's are in the second selection is a correction, just like the race underneath it, the next race. So it looks to me like the arrow is a written instruction for a vote for Jamie.
Concur. Clearly crossed out the other candidate. The board has determined a vote for Commissioner of Public Lands, a vote for Jamie Butler.
Next item is B-0040, and it's a single item on the front. For initiative 2109, are the initials above the yes meant as a written instruction to vote for yes, or correct away the mark to yes? Note that the mark in yes is significantly less filled out than the other ovals, though that ordinarily doesn't actually matter as far as the rules are concerned. It's definitely too big for us to call it a hesitation mark on our own. That's why we wanted to bring it to the canvassing board.
Can we look at the things on the other side?
The other votes are all filled in its entirety for the ovals.
This one confuses me a bit because it's hard to think in the voter's mind if an initial is taking away or selecting,
I agree.
authorizing or unauthorizing.
Right, I feel like I can't make a determination, because there's no real clear pattern. The voter fills in the circles for their selection, and I don't know which filled-in circle they are trying to indicate should count.
Agreed.
So
We
that would
would
be an
typically an
overvote, yes.
The board has made a determination for I-2109 on this ballot is marked as an overvote. 2 ovals filled in.
All right, our next item is the fifth ballot. Is the fifth ballot of our 28 we're gonna review today. It's item B-0041. We have a single item on the back. For legislative district number 5, senator, is the okay next to the Chad, there's a little okay there, written instruction to vote for Chad.
Can we
Otherwise, it would be a
see the other
double
side?
correction. You want to see the other side?
Yes, please. Oh, they're all selected, okay.
Yeah.
So this one, because there are 2 clear corrections, in my opinion, this looks like a vote for Chad, to kind of correct the correction. It's a written instruction.
Agreed. A written instruction, the board has made a determination for legislative district number 5, state senator, a vote for Chad Maginez.
Next item is B-0042. For initiative 2066, is the arrow and no next to the no, written instruction to vote for no. Unlike the earlier examples, this voter didn't correct away the yes vote or attempt to correct it away.
Can I see the other side, please? So in this case, to me, this looks like a vote for yes. It looks like they're trying to explain the correction as opposed to overvote.
Agreed, a written instruction to no to the no, so it's a yes. I-2066 recorded as a vote for yes.
Next item, B-0043. There's a item on the front and an item on the back. For U.S. Senator, is the mark in Maria a hesitation mark? Our internal verbal standard that we use is if the line If the ink of the mark covers more than a quarter of the target area, we're calling it a vote. If it's a quarter or less, we're calling it a hesitation mark. But that was sort of borderline, so we wanted to bring it to you.
Can we see the other selections on the ballot to see how fully they're filling in their selections? Thank you.
And on the back. The ovals are filled in.
Yeah. To me, this looks like a hesitation mark, because, given the pattern that they use on their ballot, they fully fill in their selection.
Agreed, it looks like a vote for Garcia.
And we do have an item on the back also for review. For state auditor, is the check mark attached to the X in Matt a written instruction to vote for Matt? Otherwise, it would be considered an undervote as a double correction.
So, looking at the other races, it looks like they correct with that slash through. So I think that the check mark, because it's an X and a check mark, is a vote for Matt, not a correction.
Agreed, a type of written instruction. The board has made a determination for United States Senator, a vote for Garcia. State Auditor, Hawkins.
Next item is B-0044. We've got a single item on the front in initiative 2066. This voter wrote error and initialed the strike-through correction for yes, but wrote yes next to the totally inked out no response. Is this a written instruction to vote for yes or for no?
To me, it looks like a written instruction to vote for yes. I think the error is them correcting away the yes. So maybe it's an overvote because they've also filled in the no.
Yeah, written instruction for yes, I see that.
I mean, they've corrected out, they've crossed out the no completely and written yes, so it looks like they're trying to indicate a vote for yes.
The board has made a determination for I-2066. It is a vote for yes.
Item B-0045, we've got a single item on the front. Sorry. For I-2117, are the initials next to the no a written instruction to vote for no? And then note the non-standard strike-through in the yes.
Can we see the rest of the ballot, please?
Oval's completely filled in.
Okay.
And then, let's
Can
see,
you move it up a
this
little
is
bit?
similar, oh, I'm sorry, there we go. This is similar to something we've seen previously, and the board called it an undervote. But in that instance, there were, the strike-throughs in both, the strike-throughs were standard in both responses with that previous ballot.
In this instance, because the strike-throughs are different, and the yes is completely scribbled out, this to me looks like a vote for no.
Agreed. Thank you, Jeremy. The board has made a determination for I-2117. A vote recorded for no.
All right, we've made it to the 10th ballot of our 20 we're gonna take a look at. And it is a single item on the front. We've got, for initiative 2117, is the word correct next to the strike-through meant to uncorrect the vote? Would that make an overvote or a vote for yes?
To me, this looks like a vote for no, and they are saying that their correction is what their intent is, to correct away the yes and vote for no.
Agreed. Board has made a determination for I-2117. A vote for no is recorded.
Okay, B-0047, a single contest on the back, Superintendent of Public Instruction. Is the circle with the X on either side a written instruction to vote for David, or are the X's meant to negate the circle, leaving it undervoted?
Do we have any other corrections on the ballot?
There are no other corrections on the ballot.
There's almost like a dash too from the.
So, what were you saying?
Initially, I was thinking it was a vote for David Olson. Then I was kind of interested by the X has like a slash or dash connected to the circle. But that could just be like an asterisk style, like.
I'm just using, general rules of how people kind of select things. To me, it looks like they made 2 corrections, and then they have actually selected the thing with the circle. And they're trying to draw our attention to it, so to me, it looks like a vote for David Olson. Otherwise, if they wanted to undervote, they would have just kept the 2 corrections.
Great point. The board has made a determination for Superintendent of Public Instruction, a vote for David Olson.
Next item is B-0048. I've got a couple items on the back. For Legislative District 45, Representative 1, and Legislative District 45, Representative number 2, are the slashes votes. Ordinarily, a slash through an empty oval is a vote, but here if we applied that rule, the opposed races would be overvoted and the unopposed races would be votes.
To me, these look like intentional undervotes, because they're using circles for their selections and everything else.
Agreed. The board has made a determination that Legislative District number 45, Representative position number 1 is an undervote. Legislative District number 45, Representative position number 2 is recorded as an undervote.
Do you want to do the second half? Do you want to start
Oh,
for the second half?
I'm okay.
Okay.
You want me to start?
I'm asking if you'd like to.
I can do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Next item is B-0049. Same scenario, with a couple contests on the back again, with the slashes.
Looks like again undervotes for those 2 races.
I agree.
And elsewhere just filled in ovals.
The board has made a determination for Legislative District number 11, position 1, and position 2 recorded as undervotes.
All right, B-0050, we've got a multitude of items. Same idea though, instead of slashes going sort of at an angle, they seem to be going just across. So that's the item on the front for Representative for Congressional District number 9, and then on the back, there's many more like that, same scenario.
Could you go down? Keep going down to the position. There we go. Thank you.
So it looks like all undervotes except for Legislative District number 11, position 2 looks like a clear vote for Justin as they fill in ovals
I
across
agree.
the ballot. The board has made a determination for United States Senator, Congressional District number 9, recorded as an undervote. No ovals filled in is the definition of that. Legislative District number 11, State Senator, undervote. Position 1 in Ledge 11, undervote. Position 2 is a vote for Justin Graywolf. State Supreme Court Justice position number 8, undervote. Position 9, undervote. Court of Appeals Division number 1, District number 1, Judge position number 4, undervote. Position number 7, undervote.
Is there a Superior Court Judge 41?
There is, but it's a clearly filled in oval.
Oh, yes, yes. Let me just put that one in. All right, we've made it to the 15th of our 28 ballots to review. And we are at B-0051. Oh, the whole ballot. So there's no red arrow. So I'll just slowly go down the ballot. There are slashes. Okay, some of these contests, from governor down to attorney general and legislative 36 representative position 2 down to justice 8, look like they should be undervotes. But even some of the contests where the ovals are filled in seem like that same sort of fill in every oval pattern, while some of the marks look more like slashes but are only one per contest, like in the initiatives, there's slashes, which would be normally votes. And then I'll go to the back. Slashes.
And so it's the entire ballot? Like, for instance, have you made a determination on this last one?
Like the last
City of
one would
San-
be a clear vote for no.
Okay.
I think it was easier to just say, look at the whole ballot.
Yes.
And then, let's see, down to the end.
For some of the races, I feel like we can use the normal convention of if there's one filled in, it's filled in.
Okay.
Because there doesn't appear to be a common pattern. Sometimes things are filled in, sometimes things are slashed. And the entire race is kind of filled in or slashed. But there are a few races where there's one selection, yes. So I don't know what to do. You know, the ones that appear to be overvoted, it looks like sometimes the voter is circling in bubbles and sometimes making slashes.
So like versus like a overvote versus an undervote sort of question, is what you're.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for these especially, if we're counting this as a vote, then I feel like if we're counting the slashes here, it should be an overvote.
Okay.
Just to be consistent, and then at least they're trying to tell us something, and it looks like, at least in these, we have rules that can help us determine what they're trying to tell us.
What do you think about this one, Kimberly? There's a little bit in the right in here, but there's only the one candidate, and it's actually kind of more filled in than some of their other ones.
Yeah,
So
no, I
a
think
vote
this
for-
is a vote for Cheryl. I think these look like, I don't know what they're trying to tell us, if they're trying to tell us overvote or undervote.
Right.
If we use kind of this where there's only one selection, maybe they're trying to tell us their intent is to undervote. So for all of these, maybe the slashes are, and these are undervotes. These are overvotes, and these are undervotes.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Carolyn.
I'm ready.
I 2066, a vote for yes. I 2109, a vote for yes. 2117, yes. 2124, overvote. President, overvote. State Senator, overvote. State Rep, Congressional District Number 7, overvote.
Maybe we call those undervotes to distinguish, from the-
Governor, undervote. Lieutenant Governor, undervote. Secretary of State, undervote. State Treasurer, undervote. State Auditor, undervote. Attorney General, undervote. Commissioner of Public Lands, overvote. Superintendent of Public Instruction, overvote. Insurance Commissioner, undervote. Legislative District Number 36, Position 1, undervote. Position 2, undervote. State Supreme Court, Justice Position Number 2, undervote. Justice Position Number 8, undervote. Justice Position 9, a vote for McLeod. Position, Court of Appeals Division Number 1, District Number 1, Position Number 4, a vote for Feldman. Judge Position Number 7, undervote. Superior Court, Judge Position Number 41, undervote. City of Seattle, Council Position Number 8, undervote. City of Seattle Prop 1, a vote for no.
Okay, B-0052. We've got several items on the front, and there is one on the back. And this is an interesting one. Yeah, you might need your little magnifying glasses. All right, so for initiative 2066, 2109, and 2117, President, Legislative District 11, Representative Position 2, it looks like this voter's pen died. These contests either have no ink or very little ink, but if you look really close at the ballot, it's clear they put in some effort running their pen over the oval. So the question here is, do indentions caused by dead pens count as votes, even if the ink in the oval wouldn't be enough to call it a vote?
Oh, yes, you can see it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, those look pretty clear when you're using your magnifying glass.
Just the ones that are identified with a red arrow.
Yes.
Thank you, Gerald. Yeah, it seems to me that if one goes to the effort to return the ballot, is that they wanted that voter, or their intent was to vote for those, even if they ran out of ink.
Right, and you can see that the pen is running out of ink.
Yes.
There, on the back, there are a few selections where you can tell, the pen started out kind of strong and then it just gets lighter and lighter as the voter kind of votes.
Agreed. The board has made a determination for I 2066, a vote for yes. 2109, a vote for yes. A vote for yes in 2117, and a vote for yes in 21-24. I'm so sorry, that wasn't a question.
President and then legislative district 11.
A vote for president for Harris. Got excited. Legislative district number 11, position number 2 is a vote for Gray Wolf.
All right. Next item, B-0053. There are 2 items on the front. So for initiative 2109, is the vote the X, and the filled in X'd out oval a correction? Or is the filled in oval the vote, and the X a written instruction not to vote yes? That's the first item. And then governor. Is a question about hesitation mark.
Are there any other corrections on the back of the ballot?
There is not, but they use X's to fill in the oval to vote.
Okay. So to me, the 2109 looks like a vote for yes, which would be consistent with their voting selections on the back of the ballot. And then, can you show these more? So the lieutenant governor looks like a vote for Denny Heck with Dan Matthews a hesitation mark.
Agreed. The board has made a determination for I-2109, a vote for yes. Lieutenant Governor Denny Heck.
Next item is B-0054. All of the items are on the back. About messy marks. So are these messy marks that barely touch the oval or don't touch the oval going to be votes? Generally, if a mark touches the oval even a little bit and it's clear which oval it ought to relate to, we'll count it for that response. To count the marks that don't even touch the ovals, we'd have to think of them as a pattern of similar marks per Rule B. Note that a blank line will never count as a write-in vote, so for messy marks that touch both candidates and a blank write-in line, we call it a vote for the candidate.
Can I see the front? I think we're gonna have to look at this one. To me, it looks like they're intending to vote and not intending to write in.
Just missed the mark a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
It looks like a kind of a vision issue.
Yeah, agreed. Why would, I mean, to make that effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can see on the front, they also kind of
yeah.
missed the mark a little bit.
So the board for Secretary of State, it agreed for a vote for Dale Whitaker. Legislative District 48, Position 2, a vote for Amy Whalen. State Supreme Court Justice Position number 2, a vote for Dave Larson. Court of Appeals Division number 1, District number 1, Position number 4, a vote for Feldman. Judge Position number 7, a vote for Chung.
And I also wanna know, I mean, the voter clearly undervotes when they don't wanna make a selection, and they mark when they do wanna make a selection, so it seems pretty clear.
Yeah.
Next item is B-0055. We've got a single item on the back for the City of Seattle Proposition number 1. Is the oval-shaped mark over the no response a vote for no? It barely grazes the oval.
Can we see the other side of the ballot? Are there any other selections? So they generally vote with an oval. I think that they just kind of forgot where their oval needs to go, and that it
Agreed.
looks like a vote for no.
Got bigger ovals too, so. The board has made a determination, City of Seattle Prop 1, a vote for no is recorded.
All right, B-0056. For Congressional District number 9, the messy mark is unclear to us. What's the vote?
Can we see the other side? So to me, this looks sort of consistent with their selection on, they have similar looking marks on the vote for president and the vote for initiative 2109, where they have kind of a two-part selection. So to me, this looks like it would be a vote for Adam Smith, given kind of they have two halves of their selection that kind of,
There's actual ink in Adam
Yeah.
Smith's oval, and it does, yeah, it looks like they've got, when they do make two different sort of initiation for an oval, or it starts high and then goes. The board has made a determination for United States Representative Congressional District number 9, a vote for Adam Smith.
All right, we're now at ballot 21 of the 28, and it's item B-0057. Okay, so for state treasurer and state auditor, the question is, what are the votes here? There's more ink in Mike and Pat, but the bottom of the mark is closer to Sharon and Matt. And in some other contests, it looks like the bottom of the mark is the intent point of the mark, but in other contests, the middle of the mark is the intent point. And I will say, John and I had a debate, and we both felt opposite of each other. So it's like, oh, this is perfect for the canvassing board. So it probably is helpful to see more of the ballot. So people can see there's slashes. They also use slashes on the front of the ballot as well to vote.
There's a voter intent rule talking about which oval has more ink. So to me, these look like a vote for Mike and a vote for Pat, because those are the ovals that have more ink.
Agreed.
That's what I thought too.
John, Geraldine was right. The board has determined a vote for state treasurer Mike Pelliciotti, state auditor Pat McCarthy.
Next item is B-0058. For insurance commissioner, what is the vote? So you can see there's mark that goes into both of the ovals. If there's more ink in one of the ovals, then yes, that would be the vote.
Is that all of the ballot that we're looking at, or are there more selections?
There are other selections, but that's the only one that really is a question. Let's see.
This one looks hard. It looks like there's kind of an equal amount of ink in both of them, and there doesn't seem to be a consistent pattern of voting kind of above an oval or below an oval when they're voting. They do both.
Yeah, it's just like right in the middle, right?
Mhm.
Undervote? Overvote?
It's either an undervote or an overvote. I'll defer
We
to
see
you.
a tiny bit of ink in both, Geraldine,
I would
maybe
say
not.
overvote.
Okay. The board has made a determination for insurance commissioner, overvote.
All right, next item is B-0059. And it's for the this is 60. Did we just do 59? And it was Secretary of State. Did we just do 50 to 59? It's on the little stamp.
We just did 58.
We just did 58.
58, and it was insurance commissioner.
Okay. Oh, I just got it out of order. This is B-0059. And the question is for the Secretary of State contest. Again, another messy mark situation where it goes into both ovals.
So even though it's in both ovals, it looks like there's a very dark selection in the top.
Agreed, there's a lot more ink in the top one. The board has made a determination for Secretary of State, a vote for Steve Hobbs.
All right, now we're at B-0060. And the question is for State Treasurer. So they vote with X's everywhere on the ballot.
And this they use a similar kind of symbol on the page behind it. Kind of like an asterisk.
The board has made a determination that state treasurer, a vote for Mike Pelliciotti should be recorded.
Okay, we are close, we're at 25 of 28. We have item B-0061. There's a single item for initiative measure 2124. It's not helpful to go this way. Another messy mark going into 2 target areas.
What's the other side too?
There's definitely ink in both. There's more ink technically in yes.
Yeah, and then there's dark, it's darker in no.
Yes.
So,
Overvote.
well, on their other races, you know, they make a pretty dark mark in their selection, so we could say it's a pattern. And they're trying to vote for no, but,
No.
because that's where that similar kind of dark mark is.
Okay.
Maybe it's a messy mark for no.
Okay. The board has made a determination for I-2124, a vote for no.
Okay, B-0062, contest for president. Which of these, if any, are corrections? Our standard is that a strike-through counts as a correction if it goes into the candidate name, even if it's a little bit. But in this situation, calling Kamala and Jill corrections, but Donald Robert votes, gave us pause. Should we be thinking of these more like slashes? Only a correction if another oval is filled in. Also note that the Kamala mark is bigger than the oval, sometimes a sign that they're trying to enlarge their mark to cover up the strike-through. In this case, they didn't fully cover it up.
That's what it looks like to me, that is the selection, because they tried to cover up their strike-through. And
Maybe
their
they put the
correction.
slashes much farther out and to the left of the 3 below. The board has made a determination for United States President, a vote for Harris.
All right, B-0063. We got 4 items, all on the front, all the initiatives, state initiatives. Okay, so in isolation, the mark for 2066, the no would look like a strike-through, and the no marks in the other 3 initiatives would be less clear. Should they all count as corrections and thus votes for yes? Or are they all overvotes or a mix? And then note the slightly better strike-through for Attorney General, Insurance Commissioner, and Ledge 37, Rep 2.
Oh, I found mine. Mom purse.
What else you got? gotten there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hold it. So in the light, you can see there that the strike through is pretty pronounced. So they look like corrections on the no. If you look at the ink, it looks like they're all votes for yes, and the no's are corrections.
We're trying to cross them out.
Yeah.
Yep. The board has made a determination for I-2066, a vote should be recorded for yes. 2109, yes. 2117, yes. 2124, yes.
Okay, we're on 28 of 28. It is B-0064. So there's 2 items on the front page, and then on the second page, there's 4 more. So our question, so for I-2066, Governor, Commissioner of Public Lands, Insurance Commissioner, Court of Appeals Judge 4, Court of Appeals Judge 7, these light marks look like they might have been erased pencil marks. Ordinarily, we'd pull the ballot to determine if they were erased or just light marks, but here we don't have, obviously, the original ballot, only this image. An erased mark isn't a vote. A light pencil mark is a vote. And then there's a note, also the strange attached ballot image that shows dark ovals for Leonard and Janet and appears to be an image of the same ballot. So that last page looks like it was a
Yeah.
bad scan.
Oh, yeah.
So are those light marks votes?
So they attached this, this scan too.
Yes, that all was returned by the voter.
Well, those seem pretty clear from this picture. So these are these are these races, so those look pretty clear. But we don't have another scan of this, which looks like an erased vote. That looks like an erased vote. This looks like it. See these, that looks erased because it even kind of, even this looks like it's sort of erased. This also looks erased because they have kind of their regular mark is light. But these are lighter than these.
Yeah, you can actually see like where they removed the outline of the oval in
Yes.
their attempt to erase
Exactly. So these two look like
undervotes.
undervotes, and then these two look like clear votes here because they have this scan. This looks like another erasure because you can see the outline erased. And this one, I don't know if we can see the outline erased. Because this one looks sort of like the ones that, like these, whereas, this you can see the erasure.
Totally. So
Okay.
a vote for Fortunato.
Yeah.
Right, the board has made a determination for I-2066. An undervote. Governor, undervote. Commissioner of Public Lands, undervote. Insurance Commissioner, a vote for Fortunato.
Those are the ones that are on the other skin. These two are the ones that
Thank
are
you.
on, so they're selections.
Great, thank you. Court of Appeals, Division number 1, District number 1, position number 4, a vote for Feldman. Position 7, a vote for Chung.
Okay, we made it through all of the ballots for review today.
I make a motion for the King County election staff to count the ballots as marked.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any further business?
Not today.
Great. This meeting is adjourned officially again Friday, November 22nd at 9:56 a.m. Our next meeting is scheduled for Monday, November 25th at 1:30. Thank you.